Right, what's up guys, welcome back to Matt Catches, and today I'm going to be fishing Morton Fisheries. And I know what you're probably thinking, Matt, it's probably like 3 in the afternoon for you, why have you got your hat on? I need to go to the barbers, so I booked in on Thursday. Hair looks absolutely dreadful, but so far I'm joined by Noah. We've had a walk, spent an hour walking around this lake. We've seen quite a few fish up by this tree up the top end, so we're fishing this margin because the wind's pushing this way. The temperature of the water is quite warm, but we're going to be fishing this direction, hopefully in the margin. I'm going to get some bait in, I'm going to get bait glugged up and that. I'm going to throw 1, maybe 2 rod lengths out, so a couple of handfuls of bait out, and hopefully that will attract some fish and get us some. I only fish with 2 rods today because you've got to pay even more to fish with 3. It's expensive enough as it is for me. So I'm going to get set up, get some bait in, and fingers crossed we can have a fish. Right guys, so tactics, how am I going to be fishing today? Well, I'm going to be going very simple. I've got some porker bait, I've got a kilo of 18mm, the OG fish dumbbells. I've got some of them, and on them I'm going to be putting some of the OG fish goo, some of the OG fish, well it's called the flat spot, but the fish oil, and I'm mixing that all together. I'm going to be throwing that in with a bait scoop over the spot where I'm hoping to bait up and get one of my rods in the margin. And for the rig, I'm going relatively simple. So I've got my lead core leader, it's a metre long. I've got just a standard 2-ounce lead on, as you can see, and for the rig, trusty Ronnie rig, as always, trusty Ronnie rig. And on that, I've got a size 4 hook. I've got one of the 18mm fish dumbbells, not dumbbells, sorry, the 15mm boilies. Little bait stop on it, and hopefully that'll bring us a fish. So as I say, I'm mega simple. Just going to throw this in with the Ronnie rig, get some bait over the top of it, and just keep trickling it in, and hopefully that'll attract the fish. And fingers crossed we can get one, because I haven't had one out of here before. So let's get some bait in, get the rods in, and see what the session has to bring. Right guys, so just about to get my first rod in, and the Ronnie rig, first rod, and I'm going for right under that tree there, just out probably half rod length in front of it, because I don't want to get snagged in it and I don't want to go too much in front of Noah's swim. So I'm going to get that casted out, bit of bait on it, and then I'll get the second rod out. Right guys, so my second rod, what am I going to do? So I'm going again with the Ronnie rig, 6-inch boom, size 4 hook on there again, 18mm boilie. That's my tactic for the second rod. But I'm adding a mesh PVA bag. Don't say anything about this bag. I know it's not pretty, but ooh, yeah, I didn't save any boilies from mixing them. So I've got them, I just had to take them straight out, and thank God, all I'm going to say is, look at focus, is thank God that it hasn't melted the mesh. So that's the mesh bag. I know it looks horrendous, it's not the best one I've ever made, but it'll work. So I'm going to hook through that, cast that in probably 4 or 5 rod lengths in front of me, and throw a bit of bait on that if I can reach it. I have got my throwing stick with me, and we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed we get a fish. Right, so I am going to have to kneel because there are some trees above me, so let's get this rod in. I'm going to put my sunglasses on 1 sec. Right guys, so Noah's lent me his catapult because I've only brought a throwing stick, so sorry Noah, but your catapult's going to get gunked up. Time for me to fling some of these boilies in. Try not to cover my hands too much, but be worth it in the end if we get a fish, so let's get some bait in. Right guys, let's catapult some bait in, and oh, my hands are already messed up. Right, I think that was enough of casting all that bait in with the catapult. Let's give up on me again. I did get a few spots out, so hopefully that'll attract the fish. But look what it did when it like collapsed on me. Look at that, all down my trousers. That catapult absolutely just mugged me off, so I'm going to clean that off, and yeah, fingers crossed we can get a fish.
Money is evil, trust your people.
just throwing some bait in, and it's about 10 o'clock now, and the lake's gone dead. There were some fish over in the bay earlier on when the wind was blowing, but since the wind's died down, it's gone absolutely silent. And over in the deep end, saw a fish jump earlier. That's a rat. There's a lot of rats, and over the other side of the lake, I saw a rat run across it. It must have been the size of a cat.
Absolutely huge.
Yeah, but like I said, I saw a fish in the deep end earlier jump. It must have been a 20-foot plus. It was huge. So hopefully we have something like that. I've just thrown some bait in, like I say, so hopefully.
What is that?
That's like the world's biggest moth.
No, it's not a moth. What the hell?
It's a beetle.
It's a huge beetle.
I've never seen one of them in the UK.
Well, that was interesting. We saw a beetle. No, had the shock of his life. But yeah, it was a beetle. So, just made some hot chocolate.
Yeah, so Matt sorted me up with a few hot chocolate, so I'm happy. It's like 11, 12 degrees now, and it's not getting below 11, so we're going to be warm all night, so yeah, that is good. But not really had any fish yet. But this hot chocolate is very nice.
Yeah.
But the only thing that's making this day not too great, as you can tell from my hair, it's ridiculously windy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is great. That's why I've got a hat on. I'm due the barbers. I'm booked Thursday. That beetle's back. I'm booked in the barbers Thursday, so get the haircut and hopefully I can get a cap or something. Warming up. Still got a beanie.
How are we talking about haircuts now?
I don't know. But I've been wearing sunglasses and beanie, as you've seen, all day, so I need to get my hair sorted. Right guys, it's currently about 11:30 and I'm going to get some sleep, hit the hay, and I've thrown some more bait in and I've been watching the water. There has been a couple of splashes from what I've heard, but they seem to be over the other side of the lake. So all we can do is wait. Fingers crossed we can get a fish. I really want to get a fish. I've never caught one out of here, so I haven't actually managed to see what condition the fish are in yet. But there's some big fish. Apparently there was a 30 out at the weekend, which has been confirmed to be a 30 now official. I think it was 30 pounds 8 ounces or something, but some big fish in here, so it'd be good to have one of them out, even just a little one, to be honest. That'd be nice to have a fish, to be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep. I shall see you guys in the morning, and wish me luck. Right, morning guys, how are you all doing? And as you can see from behind me, I woke up to a bit of a grim morning. It's absolutely piddling it down, and yeah, the wind's died down, pretty much everything's died down. It's just absolutely raining. Last night, I don't think anybody had a bite on the lake. Didn't hear any alarms going. No, I didn't have a bite, no, we didn't have a bite, and I haven't heard of anybody having a fish out. So, I'm thinking, get a mill bait in, possibly change up the spots, but I haven't seen any movement. As soon as I see some movement, I'm going to change up the spots, cast straight over to the fish. So yeah, but first off, gonna get breakfast on. Got some sausage butties. Can't be missing out on sausage butties. Get a hot chocolate going as well. Warm us up. But yeah, let's get that on, and I'll see you then. Right guys, so I've made myself some breakfast. Take a look at that. I've got some sausage butties, a bit of brown sauce on it, and some cheese and onion crisp. Just got, rain's really coming down there. Just got a hot chocolate on, got the cup there, kettle's already boiling, so I can't wait to enjoy this. But I've just seen a fish jump right at the margin, under a little tree. I'll show you in a second. I don't know how. Right under this tree, I've seen it jump twice now, so something splashed there. So I've dropped a rod there, handful of bait over it, and it's literally half a foot off the side. And when I dropped it down, it was about 3 or 4 foot deep, so 3 or 4 foot deep, so a fish can definitely get there. So hopefully, if he hasn't swum off, that'll come back and give us a fish. So all we can do is wait. So I'm going to get my sausage butties, and hopefully we can catch that fish. What's going on here, Noah?
I think we didn't fit.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'll put it out, put it out.
Is it out?
Yeah. Oh, right.
He's in?
Yeah.
Don't lift your rod up. This does not is it caught in that tree? So he's got a fish on, and as you can see, it's in that tree so far, which is not very good.
Oh yeah, I've seen my leg.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh, does this fish come off? Oh, that's crap.
Oh, that was a screamer. Oh, I'm so mad.
Right guys, so as you've probably just seen, Noah had a fish. He had it from out in the middle, probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 rod lengths out. And when he was reeling it in, because he is on a narrow peg, dived straight for the snags, and it was snags like under the water, so even if he'd put his rod tip in the water, there was nothing he could do, and it got caught on one of the branches on the end, which you've probably just seen, and it come off. So he tried to pull it out after the line. The fish definitely come off because saw like its back in its head, and it was a beautiful little mirror, but unfortunately it come off, and then he managed to pull his rig out after, and yeah, that's a real shame it lost that fish, because it looked absolutely cracking fish. But there's still fish jumping in the area he's had that from, and he's whacked his rod straight back out there, and he's just going to get the other on him. So hopefully he can have a fish, and hopefully I can get a fish. I'm sat here looking out in front of me. Everything, I've seen a couple of fish jumping, I've cast it over to me out in the middle. I've got one of my rods out in the middle, one I'm still on the margin where the bait is, and for this last hour or so hopefully we can have a fish. But we'll see what happens, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Right guys, unfortunately coming towards the end of the session, and I've got to pack up in the rain. It's going to be an absolute nightmare because it's chucking it down, and the rain hasn't really let up. I've just got my brolly. I've got like this weird little adapter. I put my brolly on my tripod, just protect my camera a bit. It's doing absolutely amazing, apart from I tightened it up a bit too much and it snapped, so I've currently got it wedged together. But I'll fix it when I get in. Maybe we'll fix it somehow. So, Noah had a fish, well, caught a fish, and lost it in the edge. The fish did come off, so no, that's free. Didn't have a hook trail or nothing like that, so the fish will be fine, in perfect health. It won't get the trail on any line or anything. We managed to get all that back, but that is a bummer how it come off. It just dived. It was from out in the middle, and it dived around the left, so he's trying to reel it in, pull it to the right, just dived straight for the reeds. And even if we put his tip of his rod in the water to go underneath the tree, it would have just snagged up, because there's all snags underwater and that, so it's just unfortunate to be honest. But I think it's my second time fishing here now, and for what it is, it's a nice lake. Just need to try and catch fish out of here so far. I fished here twice. I think I had one run last time I come. I had a couple of beeps in that this time, a lot of them for the wind, but it's been nice just to get out again. So I think I'm going to try around a few different lakes until the main lake reopens. But until then, this is Matt Catches signing out, and I'll see you in the next video.